This economy is forcing everyone to get into some different means of generating revenue. We're going to run down some different methods of earning revenue through cryptocurrency topics and how to make money in this economy right after the weekly rundown. Starting off with my crypto journey, it was always about mining. It was a way for me to earn some passive income with information that I already had. But the evolution of cryptocurrency, as far as how you can still make money off it, even though it may seem that not the same intensity is being given to cryptocurrency, it's still making money for a lot of people, still changing the lives of many people. That's why I don't want you to give up on it. Use this time to add to your knowledge. What's come out of these changes, this maturation of cryptocurrency, is a lot of opportunity that I think a lot of people are sleeping on. I'm going to tell you the things that I'm doing or show you the things that I'm doing and my rankings of those top 5 ways of earning with crypto. Like it or lump it, it became a whole different ball game with cryptocurrency once investors start seeing this as a new investment class. Before we had commodities, we had futures, we had foreign exchange, currency. The extension of cryptocurrency means it can now be regulated. And with that regulation comes speculative buying, the value of one thing at one point in time or another. Trading is the number one way currently to make passive income off of cryptocurrency without even owning a single coin. You're still buying, but you're buying futures. You're not investing and only hoping to make a profit when the price of cryptocurrency goes up, where you can cash out and sell your holdings, your crypto holdings. What you're doing now is trading futures, and that leads us into this area of gaining knowledge. Many of us were not exposed to trading, including myself. Even though I went to a business school, it was about bookkeeping and accounting, ledgers, that kind of thing. Well, with the digital ledger, that is the blockchain, a lot of those functions are passe, but you still need to know how traders, how speculators make their money. That's the thing they don't teach you in school, either high school or college, unless you go for those specific classes. These are things you have to learn on your own by and large, especially in my community. This is the opportunity, this is the great equalizer of making your own way, usually with little to no startup funds. You have to have something to invest, obviously, but not the staggering amount of money that you would put in, say, for a college education. When I started doing this, it was based off of the money I generated through another form of making money through cryptocurrency, and that was mining. Up until that point, I was living paycheck to paycheck, if that. But trading is now opened up a new avenue for me to learn. And that's where I started focusing on. Now, the method in which I'm doing it might be counterproductive because I don't want to go asking anyone for information. And that is definitely the wrong way to go. I'm telling you this from experience. You need to network with people, definitely. But for me to get a deep understanding of it, I have to learn by doing. Now, I absorb as many cryptocurrency lessons, books, videos as I can, but I couple that with the information I have on the inner workings of the crypto network. Trading, however, that's a professional skill. And instead of me paying somebody to gain that information, let me gather the information first. And then if I can find somebody trustworthy, somebody that is willing to give me the information that I need to pursue a goal, which is speculative trading, that's the avenue I'm going. I just love the opportunity to learn on my own versus somebody spoon feeding me the information. Again, probably not the wisest way to go, but when it comes to dealing with people in this world, I'm one of those types. You got to show me before I believe you because I've just been burned too many times. The next profitable way to make money through crypto is doing what I'm doing right now. You build a channel, you build a business about building a channel about cryptocurrency. These are the different ways that you start to branch off that knowledge and it leads into other things. Um, Me starting off with a desire to make passive income through cryptocurrency mining led me to watch a whole lot of videos on how to build the rig. I knew how to build computers, but I didn't know how to build a rig. Once I got that information, I began immediately into creating my own little videos before I even knew it. I just wanted to share the information. Much the same way I did with, sharing little tips and tricks with the Uber app when I was driving for Uber. There were certain things on the app, like how to turn off that annoying voice when you're trying to drive. Different videos. A lot of people would ask these kind of questions. Same thing with the knowledge that you gain through cryptocurrency. You can give and receive knowledge through these videos. Why not then, as another progression, start making more in-depth videos like this one and putting that out there? You start generating income before you know it. Now, obviously, it took me quite a while to catch on to a lot of the algorithm predicaments that a platform like YouTube will put you in. And I'm still learning. But at the same time, my audience is starting to grow. It's starting to generate passive income from me. And I'm doing something that ultimately I like to do, which is talking about cryptocurrency and building generational wealth. It's leading to other things. Again, it's a constant progression. You're constantly learning things. You're never going to learn it all. But is if you come from it from the standpoint of wanting to enrich someone's lives, or if you're just doing it like I do it, I talk about this stuff to make sure I know what I'm talking about. And if somebody challenges me on it, I like to check myself. That way I can learn from even times when I'm dead ass wrong. You have to understand that learning is more than being right all the time. It is the exchange of knowledge. And that's what this allows you to do. Now, you can have a dream, like I've always had a dream, and I merged them all into one to own a brick and mortar store. I've done businesses. I started my LLC 13 years ago, but I've never put forth the effort that I'm putting forth now because as I'm gaining more information, I'm gaining more revenue streams for that business. So it's more than just computer consulting or web information. Back when we used to call the internet the web, the World Wide Web. Remember that? Well, now it's progressing. I've got more things to share. And now I can come up with price plans, price points, different features that I can revenue and generate revenue from. It is, like I say, that progression. Building a business. Second way you can earn money by talking about cryptocurrency in that business. Now, the next two methods of earning through crypto are pretty much one and the same, at least my understanding of it right now. And I'm not personally involved in it. It's staking and yields. I do not want to just put up some cash and earn the small amount of money that I'm going to be able to earn off of just securing the network. Staking is primarily for proof of stake networks. I deal with a lot of proof of work networks still to this day. And the cryptocurrencies that I buy are still, by and large, proof of work. Those are your Bitcoins, those are your Doges, things that utilize machine algorithms, and you're generating income off of the mining of solving these blocks. That's how you're contributing to the network. Staking is a different thing. It's proof of ownership. You're creating these contracts and you're just sustaining that network by just adding money. And the interest that you earn on that, its returns are less profitable, um, than to me, uh, than making it proof of work, because you're actually getting something for virtually nothing. I know this is a terrible analogy. Many crypto experts are gonna, flag it, hate it, but the bottom line is this: I just do not like the idea of having money to make money in this sense. I mean, that is the way to go. It takes money to make money. You've always heard this. But with staking, you're only getting a fraction of what that return is going to be. Now, you're not putting up anywhere near as money, and that's the draw. You're not putting up nowhere near the amount of money that it would take to actually earn interest. But whatever you're putting up, you're earning something on it. Is it higher than if you would put it in the bank? Absolutely. Is it higher than maybe purchasing stock? Doubtful. And with stocks, you're getting dividends. But earning through cryptocurrency staking and yield opportunities could be beneficial. But again, I don't know a whole lot about it myself. Just know that it's out there, and I thought you might want to know about it too. And full circle, we're back on that fifth way of making money through cryptocurrency, and that's mining. Now, this one fell out of favor with a lot of people because the cost of miners just got increasingly more expensive. The returns kept going down, down, and down. If you were one of those early investors and you bought a Bitcoin miner with the SHA-256 algorithm, the cost of electricity, the cost of the electronics themselves, the learning of how those devices differ from a basic house plug. You need an industrial cord and outlet similar to that of a dryer to run one of those devices. It's very expensive. The upfront cost of mining is now in the thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to run a successful operation, and you still may not earn enough revenue to cover the expenses of running those miners. That's number one. There's still a market for that because you still have to maintain the network. It still has to be profitable, and where those profits come in are in the area of block rewards. Even now, you're getting close to about $250,000 in block rewards at today's crypto prices. You get about 3.25 Bitcoin on the SHA-256 network if your machines solve that block. That's $250,000. Every 10 minutes, $250,000 is paid out to some lucky miner. That's what it is. Now, what type of machines do you use to earn that kind of income? Well, that's where it becomes less profitable. When we first started, we were still able to mine SHA-256 algorithms, aka Bitcoin, off of GPUs. Those were those graphic cards. That's how long I've been at it. And back then, you could possibly earn without the block reward, maybe $100, $200. We were up to $1,000 or so every month at one point. Actually, no, I'll take that back. It was maybe $200 or $300 a month at the time we were running those algorithms, and it was very, very lucrative for us because it was an opportunity where we saw something early enough to cash in. Now that initial jolt got us into different projects. We invested early into uh, what was called the The helium network, big bust, big waste of time. By the time we actually got the miner for that helium network, it was no longer profitable at all. At all. Didn't would never make the money back that we spent on those miners, and those are $500 a piece. And you win some, you lose some. But the initial enthusiasm about mining cryptocurrency the way we did it before the Ethereum merge, because we were still mining Ethereum at that time too, and that made it very, very doable with the knowledge and the equipment that we already had. Um, that is kind of the thrust of what put all this stuff into play for me. The mining led to the channel. The channel is leading me back to the business that I started long ago. It's just encapsulating everything into one platform. And these are the things that you need to be doing, gathering all your information, all your experience to survive these trying times. Generating wealth is generating income so that you can do the things that you want to do. So you don't have to work for somebody else your entire life. You work for yourself. And you can only do that by gaining more knowledge and information and putting it into practice. And that's it. Mining to me was the key, the catalyst to everything that I've been doing thus far. If you want to learn more about that kind of stuff, tune in, look at those videos of mine, come back with questions. And again, I personally don't go out asking anybody for information. The dialogue and exchange that comes up and what I learned from just interacting with people helps out. But I'm never going to be one to pay somebody for knowledge that I can gain myself. If that makes any sense. That's why this channel exists. You can ask questions for free. And just go ahead and drop a line underneath the description section. Hit that like, subscribe button, and I'll talk to you